Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tuesday's Market SITREP. My name is Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz. And why do I sound so chipper and happy? Because the market's going down. As we predicted, remember, when we trade options, folks, we can potentially make money no matter if the market's going up, down, or sideways. And I predicted we saw a top up here. This is kind of if you're a technical analysis gal or dude, this is a head and shoulders, and this right shoulder here is a bloody mess. I told you we were going to get back down to this 50-day moving average, and I was right. And we're printing money while we're doing it. Yesterday in our weekly options brief, I put on a bear call spread on FXI, which is the China iShares ETF. We're up about $700-800 in a day, and that's looking to hopefully expire on Friday for a max profit of $1,700. I might just close this out today. But look at this. S&P bear call spread that expires tomorrow. The 3,000, 3,005 expires tomorrow afternoon is another potential $1,700, folks. So potentially $3,400 in weekly options profits, which are more or less a sure thing. Why do I say that? Because we're going lower. Ain't no reason to be going higher here. We're going to get to the macroeconomic data that came out a little while ago that were just abysmal and what that means for the market. But in general, man, we're having an absolute blast here, folks. We have some bearish trades Monday afternoon in solo Amazon on Amazon and the XLY, and both those trades are also in the green, with Amazon being essentially flat to down a little bit. And same thing with the XLY. Actually, XLY is down more than Amazon. I said we might even leg into an iron condor here, but a lot going on, folks. But we're having fun. We're actually doing some good work here. If you want to register, you know what? I'll do this right now. Let's do join FT here. So. I'm heading up to Norwich University up in Vermont to see my boy Matthew for Parents Weekend. He's playing his first hockey game, and it's going to be a great time. When I get back, so October 14th, we're going to do Full Throttle. We're going to be talking about trading the China trade war and potential real war with Iran. All you need to do to join for I think we're going to do 4 or 5 webinars. The reason I'm putting this out here early is this time, first time in 10 years, folks. We're doing our 10-year anniversary coming up in December. There's too many people that come to these free Full Throttle sessions. So I'm going to limit, man. First come, first serve. Head to go.topgunoptions.com/F So we're going to do a couple days of free trading. I open up the doors to this squadron, and only the motivated people are going to get a slot. It's free to attend. And then after we do 1 or 2 of these briefs, I'll let you know how you become a member. And just for joining, we'll go ahead and give you access to our 7-step proprietary trade plan, as well as our OPCL, our options pocket checklist. And the third quarter, folks, triple-digit return across our portfolios in one of the most volatile quarters we've seen in a long time. Look at that. Look at August right there, man. July, implosion. August, crazy. September, turning into crazy. It was one of my best quarters of trading. 26 grand in primary. Accelerated retirement was 29. Weekly options was 18. I think that's solo Amazon 16. Whatever it is, folks, over 100 grand across our portfolios, triple digit return. Come see how we do it. All right, let's go ahead and get a brief. 1 o'clock today, we're going to talk about what's going on down south in Brazil. Obviously uncovered, or not covered, in the president's UN speech last week. It was probably one of his best speeches. And of course, Nancy Pelosi, after staggering from the bar, did her press conference, and the whole impeachment crap is going on. But good stuff going down in Brazil. At least the guy's trying. Right? He's got his own swamp to drain, literally, down in Brazil. So they call him the Trump of the tropics for a reason. The guy's just like a Trump down there. He's fighting the corruption. He's fighting all this stuff. And, of course, they're coming after him just like Donald Trump and the deep state CIA coup. Quick reminder there, deep state CIA, there's 300 million gun owners, and not too many of those are limousine liberal Democrats that don't know what bathroom to use. You will not like what happens. I love at the top of the president's Twitter feed, try to impeach this. That's what we're doing. Here comes your next civil war, folks, and you're looking at it on the screen. So we're going to talk about Brazil at 1 o'clock today in our primary live trade brief. We haven't looked at the EWZ in a while, which is the iShares Brazilian ETF. So a little bit of a recovery here, and then just we can't get above this 50-day moving average, and it's going to head lower as well. So we're going to take a look at a bearish trade in about 33 minutes. Shocker, Iran says he's destroying Israel is our goal, our main reason for existence, and we're going to do it, and we're going to get nukes. Remember the whole ridiculous thing Barack Hussein Obama did, flying unmarked airplanes full of euros. Couldn't fly dollars, folks. Remember, you can't transact with Iran with dollars because it would be legal. Wouldn't be the first thing Barack Hussein Obama did that was legal. And I love idiots, absolute idiots in this country that go, oh, well, he gave, that was Iranian assets that were frozen. That was their money. It was frozen and we gave it back to them. Let me get this straight. You're giving billions of dollars, quote, back to a regime that has killed 608 of our Marines and soldiers in Iraq, either directly at their hands or through weapons supplied by them. Let me get this straight. Are you the type of idiot that would give money to somebody who's killed your closest friends and family to try and make peace? And you remember the nuke deal? Part of the nuclear deal that Barack Hussein Obama signed with Iran, they self-inspected. It wasn't like you could UN was go in and poke around and look at stuff. Iran was whatever. I can't even speak sometimes about how ridiculously stupid some people are in this country, and I have no problem with another civil war in this country. One side doesn't know what bathroom to use, and the other side believes in a well-regulated militia. Let's do this. New York, San Francisco, California, you guys, you can split. Take Chicago with you. Take every liberal Democrat city that's turning into a shithole, or currently is, and leave. Go. Seize everybody's guns, take all the illegals, give out free needles, and ban straws. And, oh, by the way, give health care to every illegal immigrant in that city. Give us a call in a couple years and let us know how your experiment goes. Actually, don't call us. Can't stand it. Oil will hit levels we haven't seen in our lifetimes if Iran isn't stopped. The main reason, ladies and gentlemen, that nothing has happened, that Saudi didn't respond, is you ready for this? Because Iran said, dude, if you retaliate, we will go full-scale war. The Crown Prince, even though he hashes up people into little bitty pieces and puts them in acid, knows that he would get his ass kicked by Iran. So now we have an arms race, folks. Saudi Arabia ain't stupid. They don't need to be in a nuclear arms race with Iran. You know whose nuclear program they financed over the years and fully support? Pakistan. They're going to pick up the phone one day when Iran gets a nuke, which they're going to, unless Israel stops them, because Trump doesn't have the balls to stop them. They're going to pick up the phone and call Pakistan and go, hey, man, margin call. We need a couple of those. And there you go. Now we're going to have a nuclear armed Middle East. And of course, it'll be Trump's fault, right? Instead of the guy that flew. And by the way, giving billions of dollars, quote, back to the Iranians, why didn't we take that money and divide it up and give it to the families of the dead Marines and soldiers that Iran has killed? No, let's give it back to them so they can kill more of us. Are you mentally retarded if you believe it was the right thing to do to give that money back when we have wives and husbands and children without mothers and fathers dead, and they get a little check from our government instead of a big check from the people that killed them? Stupid people in this country. Special report, China quietly doubles troop levels in Hong Kong, the envoy says, and a guy got shot in the chest. Did you see this? Hong Kong police protester shot by police as demonstrations descend into widespread violence. The FXI, folks, I told you last week, bearish double vertical, this thing's going to implode. We might, quote unquote, get some good news out of the trade talks next week. But look at this right there, folks. 2 Thursdays ago, what did I tell you to do? I said, get long volatility. It is way too low right now. Do a bullish double vertical. Since I said to get long volatility, which I also said right here, right there, look at that. When I predicted vol was going to pop, it went up 100%. When I predicted vol was going to pop right here, look at that. It's up 37%. I have private coaching clients that have made literally nearly $100,000 on both these type of trades, folks. Please listen to me when I say this stuff. This is bad. A violent Hong Kong on the day, the 70th, happy anniversary, China, 70th anniversary of enslaving and killing people, and you shoot a dude in the chest, an 18-year-old, man, 18-year-old. Not a kid, but look at this, man. Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. So this is bad. So Trump's got his badness going on with the potential impeachment stuff. Xi's got a potential bad going on with Hong Kong. And we know that Trump wants to get a deal, but he can't, folks. He can't get a deal if they're doing this stuff over in Hong Kong because we support freedom, right? A lot of stuff going on the China front. Navarro, Kyle Bass, big hedge fund guy. Just a lot of clown car between Navarro and Trump. What's going on? The president's obviously going bananas over. You ready for this, guys? Look at the manufacturing, the ISM manufacturing PMI. 49.4. We freaked out last time because any reading under a 50 as far as PMI means what? Contraction, like recessionary conditions. We are forecasting an increase in that. We imploded. Construction spending imploded. Manufacturing prices imploded. You could see literally in the middle of today when that announcement came out. Boom, right there was when that announcement came out. So we know this, folks. The economy is going from moving the speed of sound to maybe subsonic. We still have a good economy, but to be honest with you, why is the market responding this badly to that, potential recessionary data? Why would we be doing this, folks? I thought we're in bizarro market. I thought the market would be sitting here going, well, Bernanke, Jerome Powell will save us. The Fed has to cut interest rates now. Yeah, he said he was one and done here. He said he was one and done here. Anybody see a trend? The market is starting to run out of confidence in the Fed's ability to prop up markets. So obviously, it's happy October 1st, by the way. It's going to be an absolute clown car. We're going to go through the 50, in my opinion, and we're going to see a very, very volatile October. At 1 o'clock today, in about 27 minutes, we're going to be talking about getting long volatility. We're going to debrief our trades from last week. Absolutely printed money with Raytheon and Brazil. We still have a bearish trade on American Airlines. Why? Because between now and I think October 11th-ish, week and a half, we're going to see something else out of Iran that's going to cause oil to spike and the airlines to implode. Hold on, let me click markets there. So the Dow really imploding. We were down 300 at one point. We're only down like 260 right now, but it really is the weak manufacturing. Let's go ahead and move on from this. How likely is a repeat of Q4 2018 market crash? Does everybody remember what happened October 3rd of last year? Jerome Powell said, hey, I think I'm going to do my job as I should and start raising interest rates. And we imploded and we went on that ride until the December Christmas massacre. Okay, so a lot of stuff going on, folks. What else did I want to cover? This is comical. Mark Zuckerberg on tape with employees. If Warren becomes president, Facebook would sue the United States government. We'd go to the mat and fight, and we'd win. I'd spend any amount of money type of stuff. Isn't this comical? Hey, dork boy, Commander Data, you begged, kicked, screamed, you lied, you manipulated data, you tried to get Hillary Clinton and Democrats elected and in power, and now it's a snake eating itself, folks. The Dems are coming after you. That's what happens to limousine liberals. We've seen Wall Street limousine liberals, Democrats say, we will never vote for this lady. We'd actually go vote for Trump. So please continue with the Ukraine shit show. Please investigate Joe Biden. The dude's done. I predicted last week when this thing blew up that Biden would be out in a month. It might be under a month. So that guy's gone. The president will survive this. It is a deep state coup. I think these people should be arrested and if found guilty should be executed for committing treason. This is the CIA, folks. What did Chuck Schumer warn the president? He said, don't mess with the intelligence agencies, Mr. President. They will screw you 8 ways till Sunday. However he said it. It wasn't a veiled threat. It was a threat. Do not mess with the deep state or they'll take you out. And this is what we're witnessing right now. It is an absolute disgrace. After Mueller's epic failure and ridiculous report that he didn't even read or didn't even know he did, it was dead. Everything's dead. CNN was dead. MSNBC was dead. And here comes a secondhand CIA agent plant. It's a disgrace. It's disgusting. You want to hurtle towards civil war? You go after this guy, man. Guys like me, there's a silent majority of this country, man. I'm a member of a private forum on Facebook with thousands and thousands of former Navy, Marine, Air Force fighter pilots. You don't want to piss us off, man, and you're pissing us off. So especially when it comes to the deep state, we got a lot of patriots out here, folks, and I took an oath to support and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And we got domestic enemies in D.C., folks. Thankfully, the most likely the market's going to whistle past this, and the president has the so to speak, ultimate trump card in his pocket. He can pull a deal out of his hat, even if he doesn't have one, at least say it. Release the tariffs, get rid of the tariffs. You'll see 1,000 to 2,000 point rally in the Dow, and people ain't going to impeach or vote against the sitting president that has a massive rally in the economy. Okay, so the Fed is kind of stuck. They're going to have to cut interest rates, and the president can pull that out of his hat. But of course, let's leave it with this. As I predicted, Jay Powell and the Federal Reserve have allowed the dollar to get so strong, especially relative to all other currencies that our manufacturers are being negatively affected. Fed rate too high. They are their own worst enemies. They don't have a clue. Let me tell you a little bit of a secret before we go. The president, to do a nice shiny red ball to get Democrats on something else, could fire Jerome Powell in the blink of an eye, and guess what he'd do? He would appoint a Trump lackey who would cut interest rates to zero or go negative and do QE. He would juice this stock market with that and also with a trade deal. Listen to my words, folks. I hear a lot of stuff, talk to a lot of buddies. That might be what happens. I mean, and it wouldn't be, and Democrats could scream until they're blue in the face, but it wouldn't be a shock, would it? The guy, I think literally the day after he hired him, he's like, yeah, I'm not happy with this guy. I regret hiring him. So guess what? He could fire him. A lot going on, folks. This is going to be an interesting week. I'm doing this full throttle in the middle of October. I do this every year. Why? For a reason. It's the middle of October. And if your portfolio's red and you're confused and you don't know what you're doing it wrong. Come see how we do it here at Top Gun Options. All you need to do is head to go.topgunoptions.com/FT, and that stands for full throttle. I'll see many of you in about 22 minutes in our primary live trade brief. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God bless. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.